Hello comrade and peers. Today, as promised, a short video in form of a hobby update. You will hear some things about tanks and trees. Have fun! Over the past few weeks, you've been able to follow my progress, however small, through the community posts. Unfortunately, I didn't get a game on the table in March, and things aren't looking good for April either. I had acquired and even painted quite a few things for the Russians. Keyword: tanks. So that I don't always have to rely on my son's Shermans. I took on two T-34s from Plastic Soldier. And while I was at it, also painted a T-70. However, after the standard painting was completed, the critical point came: weathering or not. Since I had prepared 3 models, I decided to try several variations. As a unique vehicle, the T-70 received only minimal basic wear and tear, particularly on the exhaustion system. However, it was given more pronounced edge highlights that accentuated its angular shape. The first of the T-34s received some dirt and deposits from off-road activity in addition to the basic weathering. I was careful around him so that as not to make him to look too dirty. The second T-34, on the other hand, was covered with a bit more mud. It probably drove through more difficult terrain, and the turret also got some dirt and signs of wear. Which of the 3 do you like best? I have to admit the additional edge highlights on the T-70 looks quite good on the table. It catches the eye and really gives the tank definition. The signs of wear and tear and dirt are probably bare noticeable during gameplay. They are likely more apparent on photos, especially in their subtle form. I recently saw close-up footage of a T-34 in German YouTube video, which I hope to use next time. I would approach the drive mechanism and exhaustion differently now. For those interested, I've linked the video below. On that occasion, I took out my first Peter Pig figures and finished 2 tank crews for the Soviets. In some games like I Ain't Been Shot Mum, the tank crew can bail out and try to escape the danger zone. In campaign, it's an interesting question whether they succeed. With tank crews, I now have the way to represent this. I also had refugees sent by Peter Pig, another way to make the battlefield a bit more chaotic and dynamic. But I haven't started painting them yet. The second area I've been working in recently was terrain. After the American and Japanese aircrafts, I wanted to prepare suitable terrain, especially for the Pacific region. Keyword: trees. In an earlier hobby update, I had already shown the plastic plants I have acquired and explained my plan somewhat. I actually wanted to build more larger bases with jungle right away. But in the implementation, I decided to be a bit more cautious. First, I started with 4 palm trees. which I placed on 40 centimeter round bases. To make them look a bit nicer, I primed them brown and then painted them with 3 shades of green and 2 shades of brown. I think it makes them look a bit more three-dimensional. Besides, the slightly earthier tone goes better with my bases and other terrain. I'm just really drawn to earth tones. I hadn't even noticed it before. After that, I tried it with 2 bases of Kogan grass or blade grass, plus a few more palms. Since I was quite satisfied with the result, a larger base with Kogan grass and a palm tree followed, as well as more palm trees and some grass bases. I'm quite satisfied with the result. Terrain building isn't really my strength or preference, but I like the outcome. The whole thing just needs to be expanded with more and a few larger bases. Bamboo is also on the plan. The next step might be some suitable jungle buildings. I saw a few buildings from Skytrax and that looked quite good. Thanks to a second shipment from Peter Pick in the UK, I should now have enough miniatures for an Indian regiment. I already have Japanese soldiers from Flames of War. But everything still needs to be painted. What might distract me a bit are 2 pike and shot commanders standing defiantly on the painting table, as well as a pack of wild orcs in a half-finished paint job. On the other hand, they've been waiting for over a year already, so it's not time critical. That's the current state of affairs. If I'm lucky, I'll be painting the next objects on Friday while you are watching this and listening to YouTube videos at the same time. Have a nice weekend and stay painting and playing. Till then, and take care.